Hi folks, just thinking about what to do. I was thinking of Beddington Farm land where they've done all the quarrying and allowed the craters to fill up with water, so it'll be a water park at some stage. It's very lovely, apart from a backing great hill built from rubbish. Um, or a friend sent me a photograph of somewhere down in Exmouth, near Exmoor. I think it was Exmoor, it might be Dorset somewhere. Anyway, it was a picture of a bit of a lake or river, wide river with some trees on the horizon. I'm tempted to do that, but it will be just an impression or abstract impression. I just put some vet gel out. I've just cut and primed 4 small 10x8 panels MDF from 2mm MDF. It's my favourite surface to paint on. For more than one reason, it can be framed as an oil painting by sticking it to another piece of MDF and then the edges trimmed maybe. Oh, well, not this. Sorry, if it's watercolour, it can be trimmed to fit a board. But this can go straight in a frame, which I have, that white one. Right, let's. I'll put in the background trees, or my impression of them. I'll use this short flat or bright. I don't know why it's called a bright. They're not very bright to me. But I've got a number of these graduate brushes, and they're very lovely. Very happy with them. Just wonder why the ferrules are sticking out. Probably trick. I'm just going to squeeze. Look, if you look at that, that one's sort of sticking out like a lip. So I'm just going to flatten it a bit. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. Trees, well, my trees are black, yellow, red. So we'll get these quite high. More, just a bit more black or blue in there. Just going by memory here. Whatever you put down, you can change. Of course, let's just get that. Right, let's just make that a bit uneven there. Right, clean the brush. We'll put in a bit of a down, a bit of gel. Just roughing in this, it's a bit of, the river can come, or the stream, whatever it is. Remember, if you're working high on the horizon, don't have a river coming from the top. It looks as if it's coming from the top of the hill, which would be totally impossible. Well, in any sort of countryside I know. Oops. I'll go over that. Very thin at the moment. Add a bit of red into that, so yellow and green. Let's get rid of that. Now I won't put the lake water, whatever it is, in yet. Let's just sort of bit slightly bluer there. Go a bit more distance. I'm just sort of just working around this at the moment, just to see what we can just get while it dries off a bit. Okay. The bristles on this are just a bit too short for my liking. So let's go back to the nice 3/4 flats, the 3/4 inch flats that is. So let's okay. I tried to gesso this with chalk dust, but it hasn't really raised it. I used a bit too much PVA glue to prime it, I think. So let's have a sort of a bright sky. So it highlights the trees a bit. So a sort of a mid sort of ochre look to this. Right, let's get some really good light coming over that, over there. Right, okay. Let it dry off a little bit. Let's put a bit of blue in there. Just all changing the direction of the brush strokes as well. Don't have them all going the same way. It's very easy to do though. Some scratch marks in the gesso. It's all adds to the character. Okay, let that go for a minute. Let's work on the foreground now. Let's put in some red in there, a bit of viridian, bit of yellow. Right, into some darker green. There's quite a bit of viridian here. Put that bit of blue in. Just replicating the colour of the water. Okay, maybe I can pour that water over a bit to the left. Right, that's a bit of water gone in there. Let's put some viridian out. I'm going to use quite a bit of this, I think. Keep these brushes really, really clean. get into the ferrule, and because once you get a build up of paint, oops, inside there, it will split the brush eventually, like this one. Although this is 20 odd years old now, it's still useful, but it's too short, and it's a bit oily because I can feel the oil in there. Perhaps I didn't clean it up too well. This is good for other things anyway. Alright, so let's I'll use this brush here, this inch varnish brush that sprays, but it's good for texture, so let's have some, let's go for it. So a bit of that. There's a bit of red in there. Get a bit more red in that. So get some darker. I'll put some dark in there. Okay, well, something's happening there. Now, nice rich dark. So let's use my usual black, yellow, red. Right, I'm going to put in some lights now. I've got to do those trees on the horizon. This is looking more like my lake rather than my friend's photo. Not that I've copied a photograph anyway, I don't. With my flat. So let's get some nice light on that grass. Warmer in here. Add some different colours. We can add what we like. It's our painting. This cad yellow is so useful. It's good. We get some real drama in there. A little bit of red. When that dries, I can sort of gently scumble over it. Now I'll go back into that sky a bit. I think putting a bit of white out. I think we're going somewhere now. I have to be careful of my clothes. I've got some decent shorts on, and my decent clothes always end up with paint stains. Alright, okay, let's get the other brush out. Get some movement in here. So a bit of grey in there. Not a good colour that. There's been more grey, so let's there's a better one. So because of the gesso, I've got these lines going across. It doesn't matter, it's just different. quite a bit going on in here now. So my sort of principle is to just get some paint on and let the painting evolve as you go along. Right, clean the brush. Right, I'll get this little brush here, we'll go just sort of wearing out a little bit. I'm going to flatten that further again, or this one anyway. Just keep those bristles in a bit. Right, okay, let's get a bit of blue, bit of blue and black. A more black to show. It's just a mixture of black and blue to give some distance. Let's go disappearing over the hill there. Right, oh that looks better, doesn't it? Alright, now I'll go back with some water now. Get that brightened up. Brighten up around here and there with some stipple. So we've got a sort of a gentle grey sky now. Just a bit of movement in the water, rippling. Just dragging these strokes down to show a bit of movement, and I've got a ripple effect because of the gesso. Oh, get a nice big wedge of white in there. Go in that water there. There's that on the screen. Yeah, that looks alright. Right, I want to get a brilliant green in down here with my feathery brush, so we've got a nice bit of yellow, just add a bit of white to that. Okay, brighten up that here. Right, let's bring in some of that colour in. Ooh. Right, I quite like that. Quite like it. I can't say my favourite. It's just a bit too yellow, that I think. Right, well, let's put that in. I'll sign it. I quite like it now. It's a bit different. And then we'll fathom out another one. Now I've got all this paint. Right, I'll just lift that off. Great, no, the blue tack. I'll just put it in its frame, put a couple of tacks in to hold it there. I did check all these sides of this. I think it would fit the frame. There's nothing worse than having what you think is a picture that will fit the frame, and then find that when you're trying to get it in the frame, you need to shave it off a bit. So best to test. And another little tip is to make your pictures to suit the frame, not the other way around. Don't do a picture then try and frame it. Have the frame, like I have this one, the display, and and then you can just slot your picture in. You know it. Well, it should fit. So it doesn't. Right, there we go. Right, well, I don't think I want to do any more than that. Whether it's a lake or a river going around here, well, you can pay your money and take your choice. But I haven't overdone the white in this. I've used a lot of colour in there because it's reflecting the sky. Because you're looking down into it, so reflecting there. I don't want to add any more to that. I quite like it as it is. You know very well that you can fiddle these things to death. So I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Thanks for looking in. Bye bye. Oh, I'll move the camera over there, so we're sort of centre screen. There you go. Right, bye for now.